did it again. Forgot to add myself to the stream. Welcome everybody. To fix my mic. Welcome everybody. I was up at Douglas Castle, guys. That's how I'm so late. I was running about trying to get organised. I just added my intros together. That's the ones that people have made me. I need to add the one Uncle Danny made me back on it. It was on my work's computer. It's not on this computer, so I'll get that one added onto this computer. I need to put Facebook and things on this. I've got a pot noodle. I've got the curry one. I'll show you. The curry pot noodle. Oh, you've changed time, sis. You're on at 10 to stay awake. Sorry, it's because I was up at Douglas Castle. My dad offered me if I still wanted to go up, so I thought, yes, I'll go. I grabbed my bag. I had no memory card. My spirit box, the batteries were dud. We had no data between us, me and Liam. So I did the dividing rods in the K2. But it was quite good. I reckon I'll get about 10-15 minutes. So I will. Thank you, Dobie sis. Welcome in, Panjack. Sorry, Panjack, I did change the time on you. Panjack was already in, and I changed the time on him. So sorry, sir. Okay, he's all time to get in. There's 8 people watching. Let me see where they all are. Oh, these are all on YouTube. Brilliant. Welcome in, guys. It's a bit hot. Right, let me think. What incense are we writing tonight, guys? What is my nose looking for? Some sandalwood, I think. No. We will be right tonight. I know what we'll like. We'll do some lavender. Oh, Sparkle, you gave me a fright there. I was wondering what was creeping up in me. Jesus, jumping. Oh, my hair's all nice and frizzy. Michelle had plaited it all for me. I was supposed to make it all nice. Welcome in, Paranormal History, Scott Sarah. Welcome in, Kathy sis. Yeah, Michelle had plaited it all for me, so it's that all nice, but sorry. Yeah, let's light some lavender. We all need some lavender in our life. One of the best incenses you'll get is Stamford, of course, but the lavender Stamford is the best. You can't get any better. That one that I lit though. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, it's because I need to. It's because I need to upgrade it. I'm going to turn this computer on one day and it's not going to work. The Stamford incense is out of this world. That other one was nice as well, but it's no under. It's under violet. It's no under lavender. But if you're ever going to get any lavender incense, you've got to get the Stamford one. All the rest of them smell quite fusty, but this is lovely. So we'll have a wee look at the witch trials, guys, and we'll have a wee nosy at some of the accusations that they got and some of the equipment. It does tell you on it some of the things that they used. Try to find all my incense holders. I think I took them all back to the living room. Oh, it's okay. I'll just need to use one of the wee metal bits. I'll use one of the wee metal ones. I keep these. I don't use these for incense. I use these for candles. See how you always get 2 of these in them? I always use them for candles. In fact, you've only getting 1 in them now. There used to be 2 you get in them. Unless it's in, that one's stuck on that. My wee witchy corner. But you like lavender too, Suze? Lavender's the nicest. Oh, I need to leave that. It's telling me to reactivate my protection for McPhee. Not this month, I won't. Right, let me get the files up, guys. I'll go find them again. I know exactly where they are. Right, where did we find them? I'll just share my screen with you. If I find it, I'll share it. God, I've still got a lot of the files for Parachills and things on this. I've got Necropolis and things. There's their database survey of witchcraft. Right, I'll share my screen with you guys. Right, let me share my screen with you and we'll get into this, some of the crazy things, right? Right, search the database allows you to create your own search of the database. You can call up information about accused witches by name, place and date, or you can examine accusations by choosing specific culture categories and motives. Show data using interactive graphs. Links you to our online interactive graphing capabilities. You can define, and create your own graphs looking at witchcraft through time by country, biographical information, and cultural categories and motives. Show data using interactive map. Opens our online interactive mapping capabilities. The feature plots criteria of you choosing onto an interactive map of Scotland. Here you can see how witchcraft accusations, culture, motives, and other factors were distributed across Scotland. Or you can break down Scottish witchcraft accusations by decade to see how the content of accusations changed over time. I have downloaded that, by the way. Download the entire database for detailed analysis. Gives you free use of all data recorded for the Survey of Scottish Witchcraft database. This is meant for people with a specialist interest in the history of witchcraft. The database is in a Microsoft Access 97 format, and the accompanying database documentation is a Microsoft Word. To use the database, you will need to be familiar with database concepts and software. The database does not have a user interactive forums, and the project cannot provide any user support. Basically, you're on your own using it. Right, I think we should do research the database, right? Search for accused witches by name and place. Search for cases of witchcraft by date and characterization. Search for witchcraft trials by date, place. Search for people involved. Then I'll bring my YouTube comments up, guys, and then I'll see these. I'm on my broomsticks and pentagrams page. I need to get back to my Drew's Paranormal. Right, let me fund myself. Where am I? To see what yous are saying in the comments. Right, tell me in the comments, people, what yous think. Good evening, Christina. What do you think, guys? Do you think I should date by search for cases of witchcraft by date and characterization? That one links you to a search form with biographical information. Links you to a search form with culture, categories and motives. Links you to a search form with trial information. Right, we'll do that, Ian. Welcome in, everybody. Right, trial between what years? Verdict. Guilty. Sentence. Put to the horn, public humiliation, prison, hang, execution, excommunicated, declared for fugitive, branded, banishment, and any. We'll do any. Execution method, oh my god. Let's see what the execution methods are. Beheading, burn, hang, strangle, and burn. Oh! We'll do any, right? Let's see if it'll let us get that. Oh, this is the one that brings up the names. Right. Is it right? We'll just might as well get right into it and pick the very first one. Eh? Right. Trial process details. Associated case, Adamson, Isabel. Local. Commissionary body, commission type date. Commissioners given permission to sentence her. Right, to see if that, I don't, that's just going to take you to do all that. Right, let me see. Associated with this one. Right, we'll press this one. The accused, Isabel Adamson. Start date, the 10th of the 11th, 1642. End date, the 10th of the 11th, 1642. It was never a long trial, was it? The commissioner. Trials associated with this case, Adamson, Isabel. Trial date. Right, let me try and see if we can get to the trial without doing this. Database home, new trial, content. Right, associated case, Isabel Adamson. I'm trying to see if it takes you to the court date. Court. Post-trial phrase. Right, that was in Dumfries. I think it's going to keep taking me around in circles. See, we need to watch what they're doing because that's what it did with me the last time. To get to the actual case, there's certain things you need to do, right? Reference. See if it's this. Right, database home. The one of them that takes you to the trials. Download. Right, do the mapping. We'll try this one. Oh, it's not going to let me do that unless it's just no. Up there, it's there, right. Let's see if I can find any counties. I think that's going to be too complicated to use it that way. We'll do it by trial date. I'll do it the way that I did it the other day, right? Search the database. Search for accused witches by name. Search for accused witchcraft date and characterization. Right. Any year. No, wait a minute. That's not the one I used. It's too complicated. Right, we'll do this one. Right, trials between 1640 and 2022. Place, where will we do? Place, Lanark. Right, we'll do Lanark. Parish, county. I will do it by county. Verdict, any, right, search trials. Right. You search for witchcraft trials with the following details, right? Well, there's one there. 2 records in order of case name and trial date. Jean Lackland, Trial date the 31st of the 12th, 1644. Right, let's do that in first. Linked trials, Margaret Watson. James Forrest is the prosecutor. Let me see if I can find the actual trial notes. See, it just keeps taking you around in circles. That's what I find. It takes you around in circles a lot of the time. Let me see if it'll take you this way. Linked trials. It's the Privy Council that is dealing with it. Privy Council, see it does just this jury. Place, Lanark, other information confronting suspects, yes. Trial date, place of trial, Presbytery Lanark, place of trial, County Lanark, place of trial, Borough Lanark, verdict guilty. People involved with the trial, James Forrest is the prosecutor. Other named witches, Janet Lockley, Maylie Patterson, Catherine Shaw, Helen Stewart and Margaret Watson. Let's try that Catherine Shaw. That rings a bell somehow. First name Catherine Shaw, female, Lanark, widowed. Notes, when the devil wanted her to be his servant, she asked him what he could offer her because she already had meat and meal. Oh my goodness. See, her accused is her husband. The accused, Sean Catherine. Start date is the 1st of the 8th, 1644. End date is 31st of the 12th, 1644. Characterisation, demonic, implicated by another witch. Not enough information. Name, involvement in case notes, Robert Birney, investigator. James Douglas, investigator, to be sent. Request to PC for the commission. Trials associated with this case, Shaw Catherine mentioned in trial, Shaw Catherine local trial. The devil forced her to have sex. She fought but could not resist. Appearance of non-natural beings. Type of being, animal devil male, as a Michael Roach dog with speech. Animal devil colt foal, male, the spirit of her dead husband. Demonic pact. Type of pact, anti-baptism, body and soul, devil's mark, servant and sex. Witches meetings, devil present, yes. Place, on her way home at 12 a.m. road. Location, road. Folk culture, disease, illness, cause of witches, malice, revenge. Lanark Presbytery, there's the records there. Hopefully this will be the trial. Lanark Presbytery records, referenced, blah, 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 mentioned as a suspected of witchcraft. Oh, see, it doesn't really tell you any further about that, Ian. See if any of these tell us. No. There is a couple of them that tells you about the trial, because I read one and the weapons that she used was a bay leaf, a mortal and pestle and something else. A couple of other things that said that was her weapons. We'll just keep going back until we try and find the trial. Right, so that's not telling us the trial. That's Sharon Kitten. Right, maybe he'll tell us the trial, the prosecutor. Last name. I don't know how we're going to try and find the trial. Unless we type in the trial case number and see if it comes up. Any's got any ideas how I can find the trial day? Any's getting which Scott said? Which trials usually only lasted a day. They were more a formality than anything. Once someone was accused, the outcome was more of a less certain to be guilty. I know. I'm trying to find to see if there's. Oh, welcome in, Sam. I'm trying to find to see if there's any way I can find the actual cases. New trial search. Sentence, death. Let's do death. Banishment, branded, declared fugitive, excommunicated, executed, hung, prison, public humiliation, put to horn, released. Right, let's do execution. Trial, strangling, burn, hang, burn, and beheading in a place. Let's just do Edinburgh. Because I think there'll be more in Edinburgh than the wee tunes. I've got to spell Edinburgh wrong, would you believe that? That just meant spelling Edinburgh wrong. Yeah, I'll not bother putting in a place because that's not getting me very much options. Right, I'll do the 1640 again. No, I'll do 1641. I know what we'll do, we'll find the ones that we found the first time. Right, let's do Helen Stewart. Helen Stewart, female Lanark, right? Place of right, Helen Stewart, right, let's get into her case. Start date, I see that one's just a one-day trial as well. Trials associated with this case, Stewart Helen mentioned in her trial. Witches meeting, folk culture, disease, illness. Mentioned in trial. Date of mention 31st of 12th, 1644. Type of mention accomplice. Mentioned in the trial of Margaret Watson. Executed. Right. Margaret, first name Margaret Watson, female, Carnwath, Lanark. She was the niece of Margaret Watson. Case LA 2922. The relationship is an aunt. I just don't know how to get to the actual trial. Notes. Watson Margaret, 29th of the 9th, 1644, end 31st of the 12th, 1644. Characterisation, demonic, fairies, implicated by another witch, maleficum, neighbourhood dispute, not enough information. Involvement in the case, investigator, commissioner, investigator, commissioner. Trials associated with this case. Was that Margaret Watson one? Non-natural beings, yes. Familiars. Type of being as a male is a notes black man. Type of pact, anti-baptism, body and soul, sex. He gripped her pappy first. Witches meeting, witches, yes. Devil present, yes. Food and drink, yes. Dancing, yes. Notes. Night flying to the meetings. She supposedly rode on a bottom of straw, a bundle of straw. She was supposedly also possessed by the devil. Witches meeting place. High Kirk of Lanark, Kirk of Carnwath. Elf, fairy elements, thorn tree. Disease, illness, animal death, yes. Cause of witches' malice, envy. Oh, wow. Crazy. Right, let me see. Let's go to that Margaret Wilson. Robert Burney's investigator is the commissioner. Let's see what the commission says about the commissioner. From Bonnytown, involved in cases in 1649 to 50. Oh, look, it's got to show you all the cases that he was an investigator or a commissioner on. Position. The accused, Lilias Moffat, start date the 18th of 11th, 1649, end date the 28th of the 2nd, 1650, implicated by another witch, not enough information, named by Janet Coates, who, along with George Catherine, the pricker, accused many people who were later dismissed as innocent. Wow. people involved in the case, applied to Committee of Estates for commission, requested to examine suspects by Robert Burnley, Catherine George, sent details into Presbytery, was to apply for commission but did not, brought accused to Lanark, Alexander Lindsay, brought accused to Lanark, Lockhart William, ordered to preach in the suspect's parish and get witnesses. Is that William Morton? Although he died, that one died. Trials associated with the case. Well, let me see if I can find it maybe through that one. It's just interesting to hear the accused notes. Oh, there's that pricking. Ordeal existed date is, yes, the 12th of the 1649 for the pricking date. Trial notes. Accused named by Janet Coates and Presbytery arrest and investigate case. Commission granted and suspects pricked, but nothing found against Moffat. Ordered to be released. Ministers had wanted Coates to be brought to confront those she had named, but this seems not to have happened. And this appears to be another example of Coates naming without any cause. In other words, she named people to get out of it herself. She was obviously doing something wrong herself, so she had to try and keep naming people to get herself out of it. And we'll find one of the other people and see what their trial notes were. The investigators, Alexander Tennant, investigator. Let me see if it maybe tells you more about it for their notes. Ordered to investigate cases by Committee of Estates. Nah, it's not going to tell you, isn't it? No, it's just going to tell you the cases that they were involved in. No, probably the implicated by another witch. Not enough information. Named by Janet Coates, but case was probably dismissed. There's a lot of conflicting information as well. Some of them say that they got death, and then you read on and it says not enough information. So it makes you wonder, did they get killed anyway? Accused was named with several others by Janet Coates. Local ministers investigated and commission requested for Committee of Estates. Janet Coates was meant to be brought to confront the. See, she's not going to appear in front of them. Let me see what she was accused of. All right, everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Then we'll see what she got accused of. Confessed to having made pact with devil 26 years before. She was still alive on the 4th of the 1st, 1650, and she was again questioned by the Presbytery, but referred to as being dead. She was 51 when she was doing all this. So she obviously was at middle age, so she was probably one of these people that ducked and dived for years and just always survived. Janet Coates. See, that was a one-day trial. Demonic fairies in Maleficium. Notes of characterization. Accused of causing death of man, later confessed to the pact. This was a major hunt surrounds Coates. She seemed to have put herself forward as someone who could identify witches in some way. She was moved around the presbyteries of Peebles and Biggar to confront and name suspects. She probably named around 88 people. See also CJ2860. The religious authorities appeared sceptical. Oh wow. So she was somebody that willingly went around and clapping people. Look, there's the witch pricker again. Later in trouble for encouraging her to name. Oh, look, we'll see what all got in trouble. Right. For her move to, see, all these people were people that helped her, basically. Robert Brown, the minister, interviewed JC in relation to her naming persons in Brompton. Witch pricker, later in trouble for encouraging her to name other people. Commissioner moved her to Biggar. Interviewed by JC regarding her named persons from the parish. See, so this guy was obviously in it. Where this pricker guy, where is he again? In trouble for his right that Kathy George. Questioned about his work by the Hardington Presbytery involved in cases 1649 to 1650. I'll try and find another one that's no say. See, they're all witch prickers. Notes of characterisation denounced by Janet Coates, but another witness blamed Laidlaw for death of her cow. Oh wow. Well, we'll see if we can get the trial. I read the notes. Animal death, yes. Quarrelling, yes. Notes of disease. Witness claimed that Laidlaw had caused the death of her cattle after an exchange of words. Oh wow. Well, we'll see if we can get into the trial. That's crazy. Crazy. Associated case, Laidlaw Marley. Right, linked trial. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trials linked to it. It must have been named bickering back and forward. Appeal, yes. Appeal existed. People's Central Authority, yes. Committee of Estates for trying, confronting and imprisoning. The 10th of the 1st, 1650. Imprisonments. See, they get imprisoned at the toll booth in Lanark. Ordeal exited date. 12th of the 12th, sorry, the 2nd of the 12th, 1649 is the day that the pricking went on. Dropped. Suspects named by Janet Coates and local ministers investigated case. Commissioners from Committee of Estates granted, and although one witness appeared against Laidlaw, the case was dismissed. Coates and Cathy seemed to have had a double act, as he was brought in to examine the suspects. Coates may have been brought to confront them, but no record of it. Post-trial. That's crazy. We'll come back, guys, and talk to you. Oh, how come you can't see? Oh, did you see all that, aye? Ah, it's crazy, isn't it? What do you make of that? That is crazy reasons, but no stop sharing. Is that not just crazy? Some of the which prickers were paid per, let us see what he said. Which prickers were paid per person that they examined. Anyone could be or claim to be one. Wow. So they've obviously been in it together, and they've been running about convincing people that they can do this and getting money for it, or getting free put up in hotels or bed and breakfast and things to go around the town and do that. It's getting that like now. You dare not speak out about anything when you get lynched. That's right. Exactly. That's awful, Scott. No wonder so many innocents were killed. Basically, if you took a feud with somebody away back then, all you had to do was pay somebody to say they were a witch pricker, prick them, and that's you. You can be took up to court and trialed as a witch. Especially just because you did something maybe wrong. A simple wee thing. I mean, how did that person's cattle die because they had an argument? Come on. Crazy. You have an argument with somebody and your dog dies. You don't go blame that person that they killed your dog. You cursed me so my dog died. I don't think so. What you saying? Exactly. They were seen as people of authority. Folk were scared of them, so they treated them and paid them well. That's exactly what it is. And I bet you they too travelled around about all the different parishes getting put up in the local inn, probably getting paid with whoever it was to try and out these people. Right, they'd a good wee bit of money earner going. They had a good little money earner, I do believe. So it's interesting though to see all the different things that people get accused of. Any of you can have a look at that, by the way. It's on the... I'll put the link to it in the description of this video. And anybody that wants to go look at all the different trials, do it. And if you find a way to actually find the trials, let me know and we'll stream them. But it's crazy. It's a business to them. That's exactly what it is. It's a business. And a lot of the lasses were probably up to no good. Throwing other people under the bus for money. That's exactly what it was. Money and a bit of fame, because by the way they're talking on there, they were meant to be good at it. So they were probably well sought after. I'm interested to see if their name comes up in the history books or comes up on a spirit box. I'll need to take notes. Where was that they said that was? Bigger in Bigger. And there was somebody else. Lanark, I think. Bigger in Lanark. We'll need to do a spirit box or about their shell when she's watching the Mora. We'll do a spirit box up at Lanark. The toll booth. Where else? The toll booth at Lanark and up at Bigger. I'll need to find the spot in Bigger where they used to do the witch trials. It's just crazy. To me, I think if it was this day and age, even if we weren't allowed to be witches, I think if in this day and age, it would be the people that murder people to sacrifice. It would be all the type of people that get punished for it. It wouldn't be the likes of us that use a couple of herbs, jars, pouches, the moon. You know, it wouldn't be for any of us that want to heal, want to help. It would be for the people that want to curse and do harm. I mean, how was they people doing harm? I do apologise for eating my pot noodle, guys. It's just it'll go cold. It's just so silly. It's crazy. I think though and all, the ministers and things were that scared that they had witches in their communities that they just believed these people. Especially if somebody turned up in their town that they didn't know. For all you know, you could have went visiting there in that local town to get... Because Lanark was a market town. Go there for your local... Alright, I'm not wanting to go to the market in Douglas today. I'll go to the market in Lanark. You go into the market in Lanark, somebody sees you, pricks you, because the other person thinks you're a witch. And that's you're not going home. I mean, you've seen it there. Their trials lasted a day. You get sentenced. The same day you get accused, you get sentenced. Crazy. We're heading to North Berwick tomorrow, where on one of the first trials were held. Hopefully get signal to go live. Aye, definitely do, Scott. If you do, give me a message and I'll watch it. I'd like to see that. Dobie's saying sounds good as well. I hope it stays dry and you can get a signal. That'll be good. That will be interesting. Aye, that'll definitely be good. Need to try and look at some of the names and see if you can see them. What was her name? Just watch back quickly and write down a couple of names and see if you can get a hold of the names. It was a way to get rid of rivals, folk you didn't like, folk that were different. Also a way to up your reputation in the eyes of the community and king. It's exactly what it was. Anybody you didn't like, you just say, look, that witch pricker, that I hired has now outed them as a witch. You've got no chance. Fingers crossed for weather. I definitely. Should be good. I don't think it's to be raining tomorrow, right enough. I think it's to be alright. It was a wee bit wet earlier. We went up to Douglas and it was wasn't raining, but it wasn't nice either. Dark. You could tell the rain was in the air, but it was alright. Just as we were leaving, the van came into the estate. I think they were going to be pulling us up if we had still been out the car. But we jumped in the car and went away just as they came round the corner. And I was like, just go, Dad, I says, because if they've got any problem with us, they'll stop us, you know, because they can cut us off at 100 places. But they just let us drive the way out. We weren't doing any harm. We almost spent, 15 minutes up at the castle. I'll go edit the video anyway, guys, and I'll show you it. What are you saying, Dobby? Drew, I'm having Norse Runes read tomorrow. Oh, that'll be good. Need to let me know how you get on. I'll be live tomorrow night anyway. I've got to do tarot readings tomorrow night. I've been doing tarot readings all day. Full day. I'm going to do them tomorrow, but right, I'll do them tomorrow for you. Non-stop. Try to think what time. I'll do it about 9:30 though, but that way your house is settled and my house is settled. 9:30, 10 o'clock. If Liam's no in and had his supper and things, it'll be 10. But if he's been in all day, it'll be 9, 9:30. Right, okay, everybody, I will go just now and I'll leave you to stew over some of these crazy reasons that people were hung, drawn and quartered and burnt at the stake and God knows what else, guys. It's just a shame. That'll be to be seen. Did you get Elizabeth at the castle? I went up with the 1,000 rods. My dad says at the last minute, right, Mon will take you. So I just grabbed my bag. I thought my spirit box had the batteries in it. And obviously they didn't because I take them out every time. So they were dead, sitting in the bag. Nania's had data. What else went wrong? My camera didn't have a memory card in it. So I couldn't use a spirit box. I couldn't use my camera. I had to use my phone to record. And I used my 1,000 rods in the K2. But it's a good wee video. You get to see the castle and things at the dark. So it's a 10-minute video, isn't it, just to show you the castle. And show you the 1,000 rods in action. They were pretty good, actually. You'll like it. Right, everybody, I will see you all tomorrow night. Same time, same place. It's a date. Okie dokie. Okay, everybody, thank you for coming. And just spare a little thought for these poor ladies the next time you argue with somebody in the woods. Maybe you'll get the blame of killing their cows. Good night, everybody. Love and light to you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye, guys.